Welcome back to WTOL 11 Your Day. Fall is here and your garden is getting ready to hit the hay for another winter, but make sure you get everything out of it you can. And if that includes lots of zucchini, Brianna Stewart from Jera's Heavenly Sweet has how to put them to use. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Amanda. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. I think with zucchini, people are like, zucchini, like, that doesn't sound now that great. It sounds too healthy. We're going to kick it up a notch.
Yes, and I'm not a huge fan of zucchini myself. Ordinarily, I don't eat it in salads or anything else, but zucchini bread is the bread of my childhood, so I like it.
It is delicious.
It's surprising because it is, and you would think that it wouldn't be sweet, but you know, you add in brown sugar and white sugar, and it turns into a nice little treat.
It's funny how sugar does that. Yeah, so you're grating the zucchini, but how many do you need for it?
Just one.
Okay.
You only need one zucchini. It makes about 2 cups, and that'll be plenty enough for your zucchini bread.
Okay.
It adds a lot of moisture to it and a little bit of a flavor. I'm not even sure what flavor it tastes like, but it just adds a very unique flavor to the bread.
But it's good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's delicious. So it's pretty simple. You know, you've got your baking powder, your baking soda, your salt, and then you kind of add a little of those sweet spices in there too that make it feel a little fall-like.
Yes. Yep. So you have, this is my oil. Brown sugar, white sugar, and 2 eggs. You just want to put your zucchini right in there, plop it in. It gets a little bit messy.
That's all right.
But that's all right. If you have a small grater with the smaller holes, you might want to use that so that you don't have as big of pieces if you don't like chunks of zucchini.
Right.
But I don't mind it, you know.
I kind of like it too, but yeah, you can, if you got the small holes, that works really well. And then you mix it all together.
Yes, just like that. And then here's my dry mixture, which is the flour, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the ginger, salt, baking powder, baking soda. Put that all in.
So you put the dry into the wet ingredients there.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Stir it up real nicely. I'm going to scoot this back over. And you just want to get it till it's all moistened together. You don't want to overmix. If you overmix things that don't have yeast in it, it'll get tough, it'll get dry and kind of gross. No one will want to eat your zucchini bread.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. It gets dry when you overmix it. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be what I've been doing wrong with a lot of things, maybe.
That's what happens. In most cases of baking, if it's really dry and tough, you've overmixed it, just ease up a little bit. So then you take your batter here and you pour it into a loaf pan that's greased. If you don't want to make a loaf and you want to make muffins, you could just put them into little muffin tins, just the same. Make sure that they're also greased. Pour it in, and it'll make a nice even layer for you.
So this kind of reminds me a bit of like banana bread. So can you put bananas in there too, or is it best to leave those out? Or carrots or something else?
I mean, I suppose you could. Oftentimes I put raisin in it or nuts, maybe walnuts. But I just make it plain most of the time. I'm not a huge fan of raisins.
Okay, all right.
So you bake it like this at 350 for about an hour. It takes a while, but when it comes out, you have something that looks like this.
Beautiful.
Nice,
delicious.
Beautiful loaf.
And you guys.
And then I like to get.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
You're fancying it up for us there. You just opened your new location.
We did. Yep, we're on Bancroft, 3059, right next to UT. And this past Saturday, we had our grand opening. It was crazy. There were so many people. We sold out twice. We had live music. It was such a fun atmosphere.
Well, everybody's been waiting. Everybody's been waiting. Okay, how are you going to fancy up this? Ooh, what did you make? Some sort of frosting there?
Yes, so I made a cinnamon glaze, cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and then powdered sugar and milk. Just stir that together. It makes a beautiful glaze, and you can kind of do a little pattern on the top like that, crisscrossing.
Yum.
And you have your zucchini bread.
Voila.
I'm going to slice it open just to see what it looks like. Let's see.
Of course, we've got the recipe for you on WTOL.com if you weren't able to jot everything down. It looks delicious, nice and moist. Very important. Yes. I learned today, don't overmix. Thank you so much for the tip.
Thank you.